Hey everyone, it's John with Seattle Coffee Gear. Today we're talking about some tamping mistakes you might be making, why they're mistakes, and how to fix them. Before we get started, be sure to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you see when we release new videos, especially as you're trying to improve your coffee skills and maybe learn about products you're interested in. Make sure to watch until the end because we're going to pull two shots side by side and have a good shot and a shot where we make some of these mistakes so we can see the difference between them in real time. Let's go ahead and get started with the first mistake. So this is a mistake that I made when I was first starting out as a baby barista and was corrected on. And what I was doing was grinding my coffee, and then before tamping, I would take my tamper and tap the side of my portafilter to try and level the grounds out. But what that was doing was creating kind of a shock wave around the basket and pushing the coffee in slightly so that even after I tamped, there was still that slight gap, and that caused a lot of channeling and really negatively impacted the quality of my shots. Channeling is when water finds a path of least resistance in the coffee puck, and then the water over extracts that specific area and leads to an imbalanced tasting shot of espresso. So if you're getting espresso that tastes both bitter and sour and you can't get it balanced, it could be that you have uneven extraction from channeling. The next mistake I want to talk about is not necessarily a mistake, but can lead to additional problems, and I don't think there's a ton of benefit from it. And that's polishing your puck after tamping. So if you insert your tamper after you tamp and give it a spin, I don't advise doing that because you risk the tamper becoming unlevel when you spin it, which could impact how level the bed is or potentially crack the puck and again lead to channeling, which leads to uneven extraction. Next up on our list isn't exactly tamping, but a step that you do before you tamp. And I'm talking about redistribution. So after you grind, typically you have a high spot somewhere in the portafilter. And if you were to tamp, that would translate into the density of the puck after you tamp. So the center of the puck would have more coffee while the outer edges of the puck would have less coffee. And this, because water chooses the path of least resistance, results in water over extracting the edges and under extracting the center. So there are a few different ways that you can distribute. I think as long as you're redistributing, that's great. Personally, I just like to give it a couple horizontal taps and a couple vertical taps. There are distribution tools that we sell on our website from St. Anthony Industries. We'll put a link in the description to that. And then another method that I see is WDT. I know there's some controversy out there about that. Personally, I prefer to just tap, but I'd encourage you to at least look into distribution or redistribution methods and pick one that works best for you. The last issue that I see is an uneven or unlevel tamp because you're focusing too much on trying to get the exact weight each time. In my experience, I found that it's less important to get a very consistent weight, and it's more important to be consistent and level with your tamp. Some advice that I would give baristas in training is to look at the ridge in your basket. Some baskets are ridgeless, but a lot of baskets have this ridge. And use that ridge as a guide to ensure that it is the same distance from the ridge to your puck all the way around the basket. And as you're doing that, you might notice that you're consistently lower on one end and higher on another. And as long as you use the exact same motion for tamping each time, you can easily correct wherever you're low or high to get a perfectly level tamp and help water evenly distribute all the way across the puck. Let's see some of these in action and compare a good shot to a shot with some of these mistakes, and you can judge for yourself on how they look. Review this video, see if you can take away any tips from this video. If you have tips or tricks of your own or mistakes that you see, drop us a comment down below. And then again, subscribe to the channel, make sure to like the video, turn on notifications so you see when we release new videos. There's also a link in the description for you to sign up for our email newsletter. And when you do that, you not only hear about all the new products and promos we have, but we'll also send you a coupon for 10% off one item. There are exclusions to that, so check out the website. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this was helpful and hope you have a great rest of the day.